What happens if I get really close to it? Like this one right here, which is what we're going to be, okay, I want to do that again. Hello everyone, we're back. And today I'm gonna do a latte art tutorial, which I promised to do for a super long time, but I thought I'd do it today, and I thought I'd show you one of my favorite lattes, which is gonna be a little 8-ounce latte. They're super cute, really easy to pour designs into, and one of my favorites. So we have this cup here, standard 8-ounce cafe cup. It's great. Second of all, get your favorite pitchers and get 2 of them. I'm gonna use this one, which is usually what you'd use for an 8-ounce latte. You have inside little markings for your milk markings. You'd use this for an 8-ounce latte, but I'm gonna use 2 of them. So I have this one, also have this one. This is technically a pitcher that you would use for a 16-ounce latte. Hear me out, I'll show you what we do with it later. Okay, you have these 3 things. We're gonna have milk, we're gonna have espresso, that's it. But we're gonna fill up the milk pitcher to like right at the start of the spout. I went a little above accidentally, but just right around where the spout goes. That way you can steam it really comfortably without overflowing your pitcher, and you'll have enough milk. If you actually look inside, it's not completely up to the 8-ounce milk marking, but it's really close, and that's about all we need. Okay, now for espresso. So, got your portafilter right here. It's full of water, so make sure it is completely clean of water. Use a rag, use whatever you're using, a microfiber towel, but make sure it is clean, make sure it is dry completely. Watch out for the spouts. Spouts often hold a bunch of water in them. For the espresso, this is just the way we do it at the shop I work at, but we're gonna be doing about a 1-to-2 ratio. So we're gonna weigh it, right there, a little scale, perfect. And then we're gonna aim for 19 grams in here. So we've already weighed it. See how accurately this doses. Put it back on the scale. 20 grams. We're just gonna carefully do what I just did. Dump it out until we have about 19 grams. Perfect. Now, pat it around the edges to distribute that coffee evenly. When you tamp down on it or when you distribute it, you want your coffee to already be as flat as possible. That way you don't have little divots in it that will cause channeling or water to move through the espresso faster than it should. Okay, so I have this little, sorry, I'm gonna scoot around the camera. I have this little tool here, it's called a distributor. What it does is it's basically like a cheat tool. It's really great. Some cafes have them, some don't, but essentially what happens is instead of tamping down my espresso immediately, I'm gonna put this on here, fits nicely in, and then just spin it twice, then remove it. So as you see here, the espresso puck is now completely flat. Note, it's not tamped, so I can't, if I stuck it in there right now, like actually I'll just show you. I'll show you what happens if I put this in without tamping. Yeah, so that's basically water. Really bad. Okay, so we have our espresso puck back again. It's distributed, but now we're actually going to tamp it, which will fully prepare it to be pulled as espresso. So set it down, make sure you have a nice flat surface. Place your tamp in, nice and flat, set it on top. And then my method is I press down twice evenly, kind of like in a square, like I'll press down on 2 corners and I'll press down the other 2 corners, then release. So you should have a really, really clean, flat line. It should be completely flat inside. You shouldn't have coffee on like the fork of your portafilter or any of that. Just really, really clean like that. And we'll see if we get espresso. Cool. There's our espresso. Looks much better than the water we just pulled earlier. So, get that and then transfer it into your cup. I transfer it nice and carefully, making sure not to disrupt the crema of the espresso too much. There you go. And now let's do milk. Okay, so we have our steam wand right here. I have a cloth, and over here is a little handle that I can use to turn the steam wand on and off. So what you want to do every time before you pour a latte is put your towel right here and then just open up the steam wand. Essentially what you're doing is letting out all that like extra water, all that steam that's been building up and getting cold in the steam wand. You're just expelling all of that out so you have fresh, hot, steamy water to work with. Okay, that's the sound you want. Wipe it off, it's all clean, ready to go. So the first thing you're gonna do is put the spout right under the surface and then open up your steam wand. Immediately start pulling in little bits of air. Hear that sound? After about 5 to 10 seconds of doing that, dunk your milk wand underneath the rest of the milk and start that whirlpool, like spinning in the center. Essentially what that's doing is incorporating all that air that you just pulled into the milk all the way through. Now if you look here, the milk has a nice glossy texture. There's no visible large bubbles, but just in case there were, we're gonna use the second pitcher. So what I'm gonna do is pour my milk down the side and into the second pitcher, and we'll just get rid of this one. Now we don't really have any bubbles left, which is great. This is the kind of milk I wanna see. Super glossy, super shimmery, there's no foam lumps starting. Super nice, a little thicker than your regular milk, but not foamy, I'd say. If you have any bubbles, tap it on the counter, we'll bounce those bubbles right out. Okay. First thing you're gonna do, start from high up, get a nice tilt. See how I'm holding it about here? Espresso is almost gonna come out, but it's not. Pour in a little bit of milk just as your base, and then get really close. Aim towards hitting right in the center of your cup. This is a really bad pour. Don't pour it like this. I'll show you a better one in a second, but in the meantime, that's your basic latte. That's a tulip design, 4 stacks. It's nice and full. Might be a little bit too full. Some customers don't really like that, but that's a latte. Now, let me show you some of the fancier things. Tilt your cup, thin layer of milk underneath. Start pouring. Slowly start wiggling the tip of your pitcher while simultaneously tilting your cup upright. Draw through, and as you draw through, lift up your pitcher. I was like, what am I doing? Like, how do I verbalize what I'm doing and also do the thing at the same time? Okay, I'll show you one of my fancier designs. It's a tulip, but it's a really, really wiggly tulip. I might not talk through it, just a warning. I have latte brain whenever I'm pouring, and you could ask me basically anything and I wouldn't be able to answer. Okay, so I'm just gonna come down here to show you. So this is one of my favorite designs. So this is a winged tulip. You have a super thick base with lots of wiggles in it, which are, I call them wiggles, but they're all these little inclusions of the darker milk with espresso in it. Then I have a little base here, and then these are all just little stacks. So what I did is every single stack I focused on pushing the next layer into the layer that came before it, which made this bottom layer stretch all the way out and wrap around. And then I didn't pull through all the way. Some people do their draw throughs, when you lift up, the pitcher and pull through, you pull through all the way. I like doing it halfway. I think that's kind of fun, kind of cute. But this is one of my favorite designs.
You should do your ASMR segment.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the latte art tutorial. I'm Morgan Drinks Coffee. Let's get started. I'm gonna put the mic over here because I don't know what else to do with it. Here we have our cold milk, and we're gonna make it hot milk. That is the first step to a latte. Actually, no. The first thing we need is espresso, and then we need hot milk. So let's do the espresso. Please enjoy the sounds of a coffee shop. Let's make sure we keep the mic with us. I think our espresso's almost done. Great job, everyone. Now we make the cold milk hot. Please enjoy the sounds of the milk. I'm gonna narrate what I'm doing. I'm also gonna pour over here. This is very strange and difficult to do. I'm pouring my milk in, and then I'm making a dot, and then I'm making another dot, and another one, and this looks really bad. Thank you for coming to ASMR in the coffee shop. We'll see you next time.
And I've made a mess in the coffee shop, so I'm gonna clean up and go home. But I hope you learned something, maybe. If not, I hope you enjoyed the ASMR. That was really fun to make. So I'll see you next week for another video. Do the things if you want to, the YouTube things, if you want to like it or comment or subscribe or anything like that. I make a lot of TikTok content. I make TikTok videos every single day if you need more stuff. So
please enjoy, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.